It's a tune that I wrote. We hear a lot of stuff about men, younger men, struggling with substance issues and substance abuse. And excuse me, we haven't spent a lot of time talking about women who struggle with those issues. And I was doing a show one summer a couple of years ago, and I introduced the song in that manner, and I was kind of taken aback a bit. I had a person, young lady, maybe not that young, stand up in the front row and yelled in, that's because women don't struggle with substance issues. Anyways, each to their own, but here is a tune called He Did It Again. When you wake up in the morning, all the signs were there. Stale cigarette smoke, your bra tossed upon some chair. And the scotch ain't on the sideboard, it's usually there. A few dead soldiers in some corner, but you can't remember where. And the pounding in your brain like to drive you insane, though you promised you'd never. Well, it looks like you did it again. Your memories are tragic, they cut you to the bone. You've never had a lover who's wanted to stay home. The emptiness this brought you, you filled it from the jar. Temporary relief from the sadness and the scars. And all alone you're reeling, none of your dragons slain, though you promised you'd never. Well, it looks like you did it again. Falling off the wagon don't seem very far, from the tavern to the gutter, from the gutter to the police car. The justice wags his finger and he gives you 30 days. Tin cup rattling on the cell bars as you struggle from your haze. Now the pitter-patter of little feet make you wish that you were still 3 sheets to the wind that filled all your sails last night. And the romp with good old Prince Charming, though you can't recall his name, was a damn sight better than facing another cold and lonely day. But now you pull your pillow over your head and you scream out in vain, and you wish for the hurting and some of the pain. It is a song from my album. And as you mentioned earlier, you can get it digitally on just Apple Music and Spotify. And I had always tinkered with the idea of doing an album. And so I guess I was bored, didn't have enough hobbies to do. So in December of 2018, I took a heart attack just to spice things up, I guess. And one of the benefits of going through that experience was that I realized that we're not infallible. We only have so many days on this beautiful planet. So I thought, better get off my butt and do the album, which I did at Leclair Studios, just outside of Pembroke with Jordan Zadarosny. And I got to tell you, plug him, because such an easy gentleman to work with. It was great. But also to recognize the fantastic work that the Ottawa Heart Institute did. 15% of every album sold is donated to the Ottawa Heart Institute Foundation. So if you have deep pockets, or not, even have to be that deep. It's not. I think it's $20 for the album. So think about it.
And what's the album called?
The album is called Stories and Heroes. And as you may have picked up, I write either from experience or from observation. And so the tracks on the album are under the headline, My Stories. And I learned so much from three most important people in my life, and that's my three kids. And so on the back of the jacket, you'll see my stories and a list of tunes. On the right side of the jacket, you'll see my heroes, and it's a collage of pictures. I think there's 9 pictures, 3 of each child: babyhood, middle of the road, and adulthood. So that's kind of how that came about. And for some reason, I always wanted to call it Stories and Heroes. And before I recorded it, I was doing a show one evening, and a fellow that I had known from years past showed up, and there was a younger gentleman with him. And at the break, the fellow that I knew came over and he said, "That's my son. He plays bass in a band in Toronto." And he said after about the 4th song, he leaned over to me and said, "Dad, that guy's a storyteller with his music." And so it just solidified for me the reason for choosing that title for the album. So that was kind of thrilling for me. And, so yeah, that was it.
So buy his album.
Yeah, buy my album, sure. Excuse me.
Or at least leave him a tip in the digital tip jar below in the description.